John will let me know.
Camera speed.
So we're just going to be summing up now, and this year is a big year for AFE.
Mm-hmm.
It's 25 years, and you recently did a celebrity special with Anthony Anderson, Tracy Ellis Ross, and Christella as hosts.
You are correct, madam.
Working on that. So how can you tell us about how that came about? And
well, we had done a celebrity special after year 12, and it was actually quite good. And it was celebrities looking at the clips and picking their favorites, and then there was a contest at the end. Well, this time we went a little bit further, and we did a little bit more camera work and ISO'd everybody so that, although we haven't edited it all together yet, we have the ability to see them laugh and react to each of the clips. And it's really fun when you can see the fulcrum of a clip in the comedy hit, and you see the reaction staggered, 1, 2, 3. So we're really looking forward to that, and they were great. We did probably 2 hours with them to do an hour show, and it's going to be fun picking out the juiciest parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what has Vin Di Bona not done? What kind of projects would you look forward to doing in the future?
Well, I haven't directed a feature yet. I know I can. Because I like artistic composition. I like working with people. One of the most remarkable comments I heard was at Dan Petrie's memorial. Dan is a very famous director, producer. The whole family is involved.
Mm-hmm.
Don, Donald, Dorothea. And Dan recollected a discussion he'd had with his dad about directing his first feature. He said, Dad, you've done this 1,000 times. Everybody looks to you for advice, and, I'm no different than anyone else. I'm going to do my first film coming up in a week. What can I prepare for? What should I do? What's your sage piece of advice? And Dan Sr. said, get a flu shot.
That's good advice for anyone.
Yeah. So, I see, today I'll go to something like Exodus, for example. I just saw it a couple of weeks ago. Not a great film, but the enormity of something like that, of dealing with something like that, is, I think, beyond me. I would do a sweeter film. I would do a much sweeter film. Don't quite know what it would be, but that might be something I want to approach. But I don't think I can do that and this at the same time.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone who was just starting out who wanted to be a producer for TV?
Mm-hmm. So advice that I think I would give is don't worry about money, because in success that will come. Be kind. Be a good team person. Know when not to be a good team person and make a decision, because you have to do that. Every once in a while it's good to be king, because that will get a project done with your vision. Treat your friends well, because they'll be your friends for life, and you never know what's going to happen in this business. Mm-hmm. There's so many times the cycle comes around and around and around. Try to pay more attention to your family. I don't think I did enough, as much as I love everybody. Build a really good team of people you can trust and rely on. And make them know that you really care about them, and you care about what they're saying and what their vision is. But it's always got to be your vision. There's the network. They don't want to hear stories about, we couldn't figure this out. You're the guy they signed the check for, or the woman they signed the check for. It's a responsibility. It's a big responsibility. And you take it with patience and don't get excited and don't scream. This is about as angry as I ever get. And people like that.
Would the same advice hold true, or would it be slightly different for the key to creating successful series?
I always think there's 4 things that need to happen. Preparation, which you build as you build your career, and that just sort of is with you in your hip pocket. With a series, there's three other things left. Premise and execution. Good premise, bad execution, nothing. Good execution, bad premise, maybe a little of something, but not lasting long. And the 4th piece is luck. That's the one piece that you can't put a handle on. You know, home videos, torrential rains, big snowstorms, everybody home, Thanksgiving weekend, Sunday night, everybody's exhausted, everybody's watching it. Oh, wow, look at that. I couldn't have banked on that.
If that hadn't happened, it would have been a slower, maybe, appeal, but you think it wouldn't have taken off?
No, I think it would have taken off, but not with a bang like that. Not with a focused, real big cannon shot on that Sunday night.
What do you think is the future for user-generated content on television?
Well, I think that the new YouTubers have a couple of lessons to learn. I think that they are, first of all, incredibly talented. Many of them are talented. Many of them have a specific niche. And when that goes away, we'll see what happens. I think there needs to be a lot more humility in that group. I think they're cocky enough to feel that they've got the world by the balls. And that only lasts for a short amount of time. Many of them don't take good management advice. Some do. I don't think they see the long haul. I think they see that it's never going to end, but it's really a quick grasp of straws right now. And if they're so specific, you know, that I always am amazed by that one woman, young girl, who had, I don't know, 47 trillion billion hits because she showed a video of 7 ways to tie a scarf. That's a hell of an idea because most women, no men, know how to tie scarves or don't know how to tie scarves. And it was a brilliant idea. What's her next idea? You know. And so I'd say more humility and a bigger plan for the long arc is needed.
Other than the Shelley Berman special that you talked about, what are your other career highlights or proudest achievements?
I think doing the show with the Holy Father was pretty amazing. I remember as his limo pulled away with he and Roger Mahoney. Marty Passett and I ran out of the truck just to see the limo pull away, and the Holy Father went like this out of the back window.
Wow.
That was amazing. I see the staff photos that we take each year, and everybody's on stage and hugging each other and having a great time. That means a lot. Other stuff, I've been just so blessed. So blessed. I mean, I walk into stuff and it happens. A lot of it's because of Sybil. That's no short shrift here. A lot of it's because of her. But I love what I do. I love to come to work every single day. I don't care how long the day is. I love doing what I do for my life. I love being a showman.
What do you think will be said of your contribution to television history?
Hopefully, he made people laugh. Can't do better than that.
Mm.
He brought there's a benchmark that I so often use about how people reacted to the show. Got a letter from a guy who said, "My wife and I were watching your show. She was 9 months pregnant. You made her laugh so hard she broke her water." Another letter. Dad was on his last hours. It was Sunday night at 8 o'clock. We watched your show. My brothers and sisters, mother and cousins and uncles and I were all together. Saw the show, he laughed, and he passed.
Oh. Circle of life right there. We have one final question we ask all of our interviewees.
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to be remembered?
A man who loved his business and a man who was fair.
Well, Mr. Di Bona, it's been such a pleasure to talk to you today. Thank you so much
you.
for taking this
Thank
time.
you, guys. It was really great. Thank you so much.
And you have made us laugh and cry.
Oh, good.
Thank
It's my
you.
job.